Stop, calm down, okay? Please.
Hello ladies and genitals, today we're going to be discussing Elphaba's recent TikTok live, because she says that she was doxxed. Oh no. But from this intro video you can clearly hear that there was in fact a bang at the door. And what I can see from the other videos on TikTok is that it was in the early hours of the morning. And if this is true, then well, people, you're going too far. I get that you're annoyed at somebody on the internet, but sharing their address, whether it be an Airbnb or whether it's their home address, it's just really strange. Like, why are you doing that? I've seen multiple videos on TikTok of people who have messaged the landlords to tell them what's going on inside their property, because Elphaba was allegedly banned from a certain booking app where you can book Airbnbs. But like, yeah, fair enough. If they are in fact finding a loophole in this whole system of a ban, then yes, by all means, let the people know what's going on in their property. But that doesn't take away from the fact that people are going to the house to cause harm and distress. And one of the videos that I saw of them messaging the landlord literally involved the address or the area in which the Airbnb was located. That's just really weird. Don't do that. What goes through your head? Like, I'm not Elphaba's biggest fan. I don't like Elphaba, but at the end of the day, I'm a human. I possess this little thing called empathy. She may not. She may do bad things online. And to be fair, some of the stuff I've seen recently is really bad. But that doesn't take away from the fact that doxing is illegal. I do not like her, but if all of this is how she says it is, then this is way too far. But let's take a bit of a proper look at the reaction from Elphaba.
Calm down, okay? Please. Stop crying. Stop. Can you just stop? I'll go, okay? Can you stop? Stop scaring me.
Okay, I'm in no way saying that this video is fake, right? Other people are, and I get that everyone processes things differently. But I know full well that if I had banging at the door and I felt threatened, the last thing I'd care about is if my stream had heard it or not. Don't get me wrong, I'd probably do the opposite of what most people are saying. I'd leave the stream running so that, you know, it's all documented. Like, someone may be planning to break in and cause damage to the property, so you can then flip the camera around and face it at them and pretend you don't... and say you don't know them. But apparently the usual happened, okay? So when someone gets their address leaked, people decide they're going to send unpaid food to said person's house, which is just weird. And because of this, a minimum wage worker is now going to have to go back to their boss and say they couldn't deliver the food. And then an insurance process then needs to be looked into. So your funny prank, bro, has actually just caused a lot of hassle, and not to the person that you intended it. But the reason I'm highlighting this is actually because one of these encounters led to quite the interesting outburst from Elphaba's mum.
Ordered food.
We've got our food.
No, we haven't. We've got our food. So, we've just been doxxed, so it's not.
we've been doxxed,
I'm live right now on TikTok.
Sorry, but that comes out of his paycheck. Well, that doesn't come out of his paycheck.
That's not our fault.
That doesn't come out of insurance.
Well done, you.
It wasn't even the police.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't even the police. That wasn't even the police.
Fucking hell.
Foreigner. Uh-oh. But I don't...
They were what, sorry?
Foreigner.
Uh-oh. That's quite a big uh-oh. Especially if you consider the recent comments made by Elphaba on a TikTok live where she compared a man to a Simpsons character based off his ethnicity. He was an Indian man and didn't speak much English. You could say this is completely unrelated, but I'm going to play it just for context. At least we know they're both consistent. And by the way, Elphaba's genuine response to that was to say the man had a moustache. Oh yeah, so he must just look like Apu then. No one else in the world has a moustache, do they? But how about we see them attempt to worm their way out of this one, shall we?
But I don't care.
No.
No, but that's why.
Okay.
It's different. That's that. They look like... What was she dressed up like?
Just don't worry about that.
No, she...
Just don't worry about that, Mum.
What?
I hope so.
Yeah, don't worry about it. But let's just pretend we didn't hear anything, shall we? Well, the chat aren't joining in with that game, are they? And neither am I. But I don't really know why she just started chewing a tea towel. That's a new one. Called out on your grim behaviour? Eat some cloth. We all do it. Maybe she can now release some scented towels as merch. You can have that idea for free, Elphaba. Not that you would have paid me anyway. But who wants to see them attempting to forget about it? I know I do.
So no, we've got our food, and all you lot witness, we got our food. Hello, you witnessed we got our food, didn't you, darlings? So.
They shouldn't thump that loud.
No, that's a bit mad, isn't it?
They thumped fast.
Came back.
You wouldn't, no, but like for an Uber driver, you'd knock on the door. You wouldn't thump it.
No.
That's just.
All right, but let's not be loud in the room.
Yes, let's not be loud in the room, because that's the biggest concern right now, isn't it? But yay, they got their food. How would I have lived without that knowledge? But Elphaba and Elphaba's mum, how could we distract the people from said comments? Do we end the live, pretend nothing happened? Do we actually take accountability and, apologise? And, maybe take some time away from being on people's screens 24/7 and actually learn about the things that you're saying and kind of learn what they mean? No, that would be way too simple. We all know Elphaba. She loves to go above and beyond. She loves to think outside the box. So how about accuse an individual of doing the doxing?
They actually are.
Straight off, she was like,
They actually are.
yeah, but do you know what I mean?
I can't actually,
It's
but
true.
this is like a
Straight
dream.
off.
This is like a dream.
Listen to me.
Okay.
No, it's like a fucking movie. Listen. Straight off, she was like, straight off, I want all the details. There was no fucking around about it.
It's like a dream. I can't even fucking.
No. It's not a fucking dream.
This is what happens when Jenny J. Johnson
quite
doxes people.
Okay, that's quite the accusation. Now you might be thinking, who is Jenny? Jenny JJ Johnson 5 is someone that Elphaba has been having a bit of TikTok beef with recently. And when I say beef, I mean legal stuff. And that's not something I'm going to dive too far into, for obvious reasons. But allegedly, Jenny has sent a cease and desist order to Elphaba. And I'm guessing this is the reason why Elphaba decided to accuse Jenny of the doxing. But again, that's quite the claim. And if you don't have any evidence to support it, then it's probably quite a silly thing to do. It's not really the sort of thing that you just assume. You don't just pluck doxing accusations out of thin air. And if you have done that, then you have potentially made the situation a lot worse for yourself. And this is why I say often in my videos, put the phone down. Don't go live, get everything sorted, wait for this whole process to have gone through, then maybe get back to it, maybe don't. But you won't though, will you? Because you thrive off controversy. But like I said, I don't really want to go too much into the legal side of all of this because that's not the reason I make these videos. I make these videos purely for entertainment purposes, so let's look at the aftermath of all of this, shall we?
I'm getting a bit old, I'm trusting my own leg. But let me move it. Hello.
Hiya, you're right.
My hair's not in my haircut. How's everybody?
I'm doing just great, thank you, Maria. Thanks for checking up. I sure hope you're behaving yourself. But after that hug, Elphaba's TikTok live went in two very, very different directions. She kind of decided to retaliate to the legal case. And she allegedly claims that she's going to launch a case of her own. This should be interesting.
If you see me as a boy and I identify as a woman, you are therefore being transphobic and doing an act of violence, because doxing to someone who's trans and targeting their gender identity, and on top of that, trying to get me taken away with certain things that aren't even true and slandering me, you realise that is, I could so do you for this. And I am doing you for this. It's a promise, it's not a threat. This is not even a threat at this point.
Interesting watch there. I'm not going to go on to claim things are true and things aren't true. But Elphaba threatening to counter a legal contest isn't what was on my TikTok 2023 bingo card. But I'm intrigued to see how this one pans out. I really am. But after what Elphaba claims to be a very stressful time for her, missing out on going to America, losing this regional live battle competition with someone no one's ever heard of, and now being involved in legal stuff, what would you predict is the final video that I'm going to show you in this video? Because remember, it's been a very stressful time.
Oh, how to feel, but I wanna try. I don't know how to feel, but someday.
Woo! Go on the X Factor or something, I don't know. I just find all of this very interesting. Obviously, live streaming your life is never going to be a normal way of living, is it? None of us can really relate. So obviously, we are going to see all of the ups and all of the downs. But I just cannot get my head around someone who literally the day before was so stressed out that they had to call the police to come and aid them and started chewing on a common British delicacy known as a dishcloth. Now the next morning they're on the internet singing to people like nothing happened. It's just strange to me, this whole scenario. But I just thought I'd end off this video by saying that doxing is a very, very serious issue and it does need to be taken seriously. I'm not accusing anyone individually at all. I'm just saying in general, with this going on and the Jax Films situation, I just think we're heading in a bit of a strange direction, a bit of a scary direction for creators as a whole. Like, whether you agree with someone's online actions or not, doxing is still wrong. And ultimately, whenever these things involve Elphaba, it for some reason makes people think they have the right to start being transphobic and dead naming. And I can already tell that because I'm not sitting here being transphobic, I'm gonna have many comments that aren't very happy with me. And if you're doing that, grow up. But anyway guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. Please do feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Subscribing is completely free, and you can always unsubscribe at any moment if you get sick of the sight of my stupid ugly face. And yeah, cheers. Bye.